Hi everyone, this is Saksham back again, and this time responding to a feedback, I'm making slight changes in my content. So let's be open and receptive, and let's talk about this thing. Now, one action that can solve three problems. Sounds pretty generic, but what are these three problems? Let's get into that first. So by doing this one action, you can probably reduce or even eradicate your diabetes forever. And I'm not going to speak something pseudo-scientific, and I'm also not going to be uh, very like giving a very specific, very specialized research knowledge, which somebody has to go with a scuba diving gear, depth into the ocean of 4,000, 5,000 feet, and then dig the treasure trove. No, that's not the knowledge. This is something pretty generic, but most of us cannot implement. That's what I'm going to touch. Second effect it can have is will it can probably equalize or reduce or like equalize your weight for people who have been dealing with obesity, as well as some people who have been dealing with the weight not increasing enough. It will equalize that. Third thing, it will bring you more aware and more ahead of everybody else. So do you want to know that stuff? That secret, the treasure trove gold crown is stop using your phone after 9 p.m. Like, yeah, I've heard this so many times. Again, another generic guy coming in and saying this. Hear me out. The circadian rhythm is totally destroyed by using these phones, especially if you don't have a blue light filter on. But even without that, what I've seen is even with the blue light filter on, the there's simply no way to cut the contact, like that effect of that the effect of the screen's damage to neurocortical cells. It simply pulls back everything and then just throws your sleep away. Now, obviously, sometimes it seems impractical. Your managers, your bosses will be pinging it up. Sometimes school teachers or like students pinging up, and sometimes just your own more often than not it is our own prerogative, or it's our own set of actions we have been accustomed to, or basically this using the phone has become our new comfort zone. No matter how many people will publish the books on brain rot, some people will publish book on sexual dysfunctions and everything by this practice, but still you are pulled and pulled towards that back again. Now I would address one thing. What are you doing with your phone, matlab? Is it that you are using that, are you actually using that to earn money proactively? And even if you are trying to do like can that thing be done uh, in the day? And so that is one. If you are not using your phone's money, especially if it is not giving you any worth. Now in like today's day and age, money is the worth actually. Even most knowledge that people gain is accustomed to money, is tailored or dovetailed to money, which is why education institutions are failing, because that promise of delivering livelihood or a better seat by just having an education is no longer working out. That's true. So the why can't we apply the same principle on phones? See, all it does after 9 10 p.m. 9 p.m. is just keeps you awake. But yes, you analyze for yourself. No matter how much anybody of us writing books about brain rot, writing making videos just as this one or any, it's not going to solve unless because once you are putting trillions of dollars of worth in a gadget, in designing a system that you pay for to destroy you, there's no coming out of it. Second thing, how does it affect diabetes? You say obviously now most of my audience is intelligent, so they would try to connect the dots between phones increase to stress and stress increasing to high calorific count or high this sugary content or stress eating, binge eating. Yes, that is valid. One more, obviously, and secondly, you can connect that circadian rhythm going down means that your food is not getting digested. Pro tip: if you can have your dinner before sunset, yes, it is a pretty generic tip, but yes, if you can have your dinners, the last meal, beyond that, you are only going to have water, not even calorifically excited for liquids, juices, dry drinks, and everything. Drinks, yes. Alcohol, though, is a different thing. Alcohol is a different inhibitor or a different problem while sleeping altogether. But let's say any kind of drink which is not water after sunset, it's going to harm you, or even any kind of meal. You see, most of these meditation centers, retreats, and like dharmshalas, monasteries, and all these, they have a strict policy of eating before sunset. Jainism has this concept. So many other religions have this concept. There's a reason behind that, and we all know it. Circadian rhythm. At least most of my audience knows it. Nahi to if you can Google, you can read about it. And those people who say that the bodies will evolve, the evolutions of bodies takes 1000 or to 1500 years easily. Now, this is a common argument given by now those what do you say, how do I put this up? The bosses who want to achieve a lot, which is not needed technically. Like the bodies will evolve. Body evolutions take thousands of years. So if at all you want to have a body functioning with post sunset order, then you need to at least wait for 1000 years. That too, you need to be born out as a human after 1000 years. Assuming these 995, 999 years, people don't listen to intelligent folks like us. The people do keep on doing that, and their bodies keep on deteriorating. And for 999 years after that, people would forget. And assuming that this situation remains the same, and there are no catastrophes, world wars, things like that, the earth, temperature, everything remains the same. See the sarcasm I'm trying to put. Like today, I have to label sarcasm. Uh, so it's not a joke. You have to actually put up a label that this is sarcasm, dude. So yes, that being said, now how does it make you aware and ahead of rest of everybody? That is a combination of, first of all, effect of these three factors. First of all, your diabetes and your weight is going on. Yeah, weight is going on, at least that propulsion. You're sleeping better, you're eating better, your digestive tract is better. So obviously, physically, a lot of your junk is also being filtered out. Kidneys get enough time to dilate, and livers get enough time, pancreas get enough time. I mean, starting like nobody, I assume, starts eating at 5:30 a.m. in the morning. I presume, matlab, I'm making a reasonable assumption. Nobody starts eating at 5:30 a.m. in the morning. So if you are eating at 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. or 10 a.m., so from, let's say, even the minimum time 8 a.m. towards, let's say, sunsets usually happen around 6 7 p.m. or sometimes 4:30 p.m. also, but yes, 6 7 p.m. So acha, like this the content doesn't apply to somebody who's living in a polar or like a region like Norway, where sun sometimes either never rises or sun never sets. It doesn't mean that if you're living in a sunset in a place where sun practically never sets, there are places like that. Free point. Or if you are living in pre 1945 British era, British colonial empire with the that then that doesn't apply to you. You cannot keep on eating because sun never sets, so that you cannot do. But essentially, for the rest of us, this actually is a window of 12 hours or 11 hours, let's say. And even reduce it further, like if you are eating at 9 a.m. 10, which most people practically do, 9 a.m. 10 a.m. they will have their first meal. And if you are even having, you get a 12 to 14-hour window naturally. Now there are studies, I'm like, we have to question also, but practically I haven't seen anybody having adverse effects of intermittent fasting so far. But it's not just intermittent fasting, it is also that your body is in a balanced state of autophagy, and so that neurocognition automatically improves. That is on the physical level. Mentally, you are not exposing yourself to these aggressive algorithms. Okay, Shania just got a new boyfriend. I need to. So these, you get the point, right? Try to just cut that illusion out of you that okay, even if Shania has a new boyfriend, you can, okay, not offending anybody of my audience who is Shania, but just giving an example of a name. People indulge into nonsensical and you're designed to. Cat reels, these things are not going anywhere. People get into nonsensical stuff, stealing their peace away. So if you are naturally coming up, so I'm not saying you become the happiest person on the earth, but you are becoming 10, 20, 30% less sadder. If that's a word. Less sad. Less sad, yeah. So that brings me to the conclusion. You are be aware, and naturally your neurocognitive function will be better than us, better than most of us. You will start seeing some effects in 10 20 days, and obviously they keep on compounding. Most football players, they don't tell you that a lot of them are lucky to have their birthday in January. Oh, sorry, hockey players, sorry, that's the study done for. A lot of them have their birthdays on January, because in those those hockey seasons start around Jan. So you qualify earlier, and 1 year means you have a compounding effect. So that compounds up way more than your money can at even 10. Like, so money is a different aspect, but think about those compoundings. With that, I would like to share. So I'm not promoting anybody other than me. And yes, please like this video, share this to at least 4 or 5 people who are like night hawks. I think and there's an advantage about this video that if you're sharing this to the, now don't take it offensively, they might not want to, they might want to implement it, and they might not want to ping you at night. So all that trouble, that teasing, that goes away, and your brain is at peace. Yes, share this with at least 3 or 4 high people. Please, if you like, support the work of this channel, and yes, subscribe, share. See you. Have a good day, and yes.